y para escuchar el juego. Let's go. La llegada. Chicago Bulls contra Boston Celtics. Gana el partido, anota 63 puntos. 63. Y reparte 6 asistencias. Let's go. Hola Mauri, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al chat. Estamos con NBA2K23. ¿Eres fanático del básquet? Yo acá muy fanático. ¿De dónde eres, Mauri? Dale que ya empiezo. La llegada. Vamos con la llegada.
Was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them. Larry, Kevin, Chief, Danny, DJ, they have great games. And at the end of the game, we look at the box score, and this guy named Michael Jordan, he's got 49 points. We just said, well, yeah, he's pretty darn good, but he'll never do that again. Game two takes 41 shots, makes 22 of them, takes 21 free throws and makes 19 of them and goes for 63 points. The Celtics are able to win the game in double overtime, 135 to 131. But we knew how lucky we had been to win that game because Michael was just so spectacular. That was the game where Larry Bird, in his post-game media comments, said, "I've just seen God disguised as Michael Jordan." And the rest is history.
Let's go. Recuerden, chicos, que estamos en Nintendo Switch.
Following the Freedom Trail to the Cradle of Liberty, Faneuil Hall. Hi everyone, welcome to Boston, home of Game 2 of the Chicago Bulls-Boston Celtics matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan, I'll be joined by Mark Kellogg and Coach Mike Frangella. And Mike, Chicago hoping to even the series up here tonight.
And it won't be easy, not against this Celtics team. The Celtics are the favorites to come out of the East, and they've shown why that's the case with a convincing Game 1 win.
Very convincing. And the bright spot, Clark, from Game 1 for the Chicago Bulls, the production they got from the terrific Michael Jordan.
How about his performance? Didn't look like he had been bothered at all by that foot injury. 49 points, and he showed he's extremely ready for the big stage of the playoffs. But you know what? He's going to have to even be better for them to get the win tonight.
That's a good thought. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics' vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them.
Vamos a quitar el filtro de era que se ve bastante más o menos en la Nintendo Switch.
Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. And the Bulls
y la cámara. ¿Qué cámara les gusta, chicos? Voy por la clásica 2K.
Iron need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1. They need to make a statement tonight.
Johnson outside.
No le demos el tiro a Danny Ainge, la verdad, porque
the pass to Parrish.
Robert Parrish.
Rebounded by Corzine.
And
Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right, Jordan.
Well, that's an easy, effortless make right at the rim.
Yeah, you know this. You usually get only looks like this in the layup line. The defense has to make it hard on him right there.
And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Mark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good been so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
That's going to be the thing to watch. And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on the run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect to the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now a year later, he's playing in Boston in the
Chicos, voy a cambiar la cámara porque no acostumbro jugar con esta. Juego con la clásica. Intenté jugar un tiempo con esta, pero no me ayudó. La transmisión baja.
NBA playoffs.
A mí me siento más cómodo.
And he can back it up with that body.
Fuerte like. Necesito una asistencia.
How do they slow down Michael
Full
Jordan?
court, presión, y estamos a 63 puntos y ganar el encuentro.
They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
So it's Boston now. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago.
Danich lanzaba triple, tenía un tremendo tiro. Ojo con eso.
Ainge with the ball. 6 on the shot clock.
Otro jugadorazo.
Johnson, the pass to Ainge. Here's Parrish. Lays it up off the glass. Parrish has got 6. And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent. Actually, too much talent in every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird and Parrish. All elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
And the athleticism of Jordan is out of this world. Simply just an incredible player who does whatever he wants on offense.
Now, here's Johnson. The shot will not fall. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Vamos a la MJ.
Noble effort to take the charge, but I don't think he was quite set there.
Yeah, you could see him still leaning just a bit. Tough foul to take.
Some changes for Boston. Walton comes in for Robert Parrish. And it's Hastings in for Johnson. Now, here is Jordan. That gives them the lead. He's got 5.
Vamos a hacer algo. Plan de partido. Vamos con emparejamientos. Uy. Emparejamientos. Ajuste defensivo. A Robert Parrish lo vamos a doble marcar. 2 contra 1, ¿no? Al recibir.
Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1.
Sé que tengo la river, pero me está haciendo más daño Robert Parrish en el poco.
And you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
And the defense wasn't horrible, but still, he's got to come through there. There wasn't enough resistance for them to score that.
Boston trailing.
Puede lanzar todo con MJ.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ainge dishes to Bird.
Qué crack la reverse. Ayudo.
Here's Ainge. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Jordan, and Jordan sends it back.
With defensive prowess and nearly a 7-foot wingspan, it's a lot harder to get a clean look on Jordan than most guys.
Mira cómo doble marcar.
Banks passes to Jordan.
Yeah.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And slammed up by Jordan.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Such a savvy distributor. Jordan's court awareness and understanding for when his guys are open is impressive.
Celtics trail by 5. to stop the run. Bird can't hit. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. No good from Jordan. And here's Boston. Sting passes to Bird. Banks with a rebound.
Vamos, MJ.
There's the steal. With one on the clock. And no luck with that shot on the buzzer beater. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Bulls on top. They're up by 5.
Yo lo ayudo si quieren
We'll be
venir
back in just a moment
a
with the start of the second quarter.
Sin problema.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter.
¿Cómo vamos? Tengo 7 puntos, 2
We're in this round
asistencias.
1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. The Bulls leading by 5.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up and down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
Kevin McHale out there with Wedman. Then it's Parrish. Then there's Johnson. And it's Ainge in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Jordan can't get it to go. And it's Johnson penetrating. Over Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan. Now the Bulls with it. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
Strong move there by Jordan to draw the contact.
First personal foul
For Chicago, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting for Chicago. Michael Jordan taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Bad boys, the Pistons.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
Así era antiguamente. Y las Paulas,
Now Johnson.
ahora es
No points in the game yet for him.
Casi no.
Coaching, tough stretch for this
Los
offense.
tiempos cambian finalmente.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. And he converts the layup.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
Para Jordan.
Pass to Jordan. Parrish grabs the board.
No, Dennis Johnson.
Parrish has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A shot by Ainge, no good. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. McHale left side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Redmond. That one falls. Off McHale's feet. Redmond's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. That's the best small forward ever. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. Macy is checked in for the Bulls.
Bulls foul. Kyle Macy. First personal foul. First team foul.
They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Excellent anticipation there on the defensive end. Almost got the steal.
Yeah, can't be loose with the ball around him.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, this Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale,
future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Chicago making a switch here. Oakley's checked in. Now here's Jordan. 9 points in the game so far. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for McHale. Bird comes in for Wedman, and it's Siege in for Johnson. Thanks checked in for Chicago. Now, here is Ainge. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Me gusta quedarme con un jugador fijo si yo lo abandono en caso de que tenga que ayudar con una jugada específica que tenga que ver con la River, por ejemplo.
Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Siege got it all tied up now to Boston.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing with San Antonio most of his career. 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. It's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, DA. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career, but that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There's no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. That's off as well, so he misses both. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Here's Jordan. Rebound, Boston.
Me dio.
And Mike looking at the two stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. Here's Jordan. Robert Parrish making his last shot. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Excellent D there from Parrish.
Rough quarter for him. Just hasn't been able to connect.
And that's the way it goes sometimes. Just got to stay with it.
Mucho más. ¿Quién sabe por qué no le fue tan bien a...
Here is Siege.
A George Gervin en estos Bulls? Bueno, aparte que había un problema gigante de droga.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
An innate ability to score the basketball. Bird beats you in many different ways. That time from close range.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Boston on top. They finish off the second quarter on a 14th.
Y en asistencia vamos horrible. Pero al menos completemos alguna de ellas para seguir avanzando. Mínimo una, chicos. Mínimo un objetivo.
Second half of play getting going here in Boston.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish, and this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And now let's go to DA.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants. And he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Corzine. Charles Oakley out there with Gervin. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Macy in at the 1 spot. And the Celtics core club. Won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
Yeah, I think for the Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we've probably ever seen in the league.
I agree.
MJ.
Bird passes to
Como le dice Reggie Miller,
Bird with it. Lets the three fly. Jordan with the rebound.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. Johnson kicks to Parrish. Pass to Ainge.
El truquito de la zona. Chicos, en la Xbox no se puede hacer esto. En PlayStation tampoco se puede hacer. Pero sí en Nintendo Switch. Chicos, no salten la finta.
30 points per game for Michael Jordan, Mike, in the final 5 games of the season. An unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach. I know you appreciate that game so much. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Green is checked in for Corzine, and it's Paxson in for Mason. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Jordan against Bird. The Celtics need to get a shot off. They get it again. Here's Parrish. Oakley with some nice D. Bulls trail by 3.
Tremendo jugador, buena defensa.
Here's Gervin. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Vamos la asistencia, 4-17, bien.
Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. And Jordan has gotten his points, but Clark not at the same rate as we saw in Game 1.
Exactly, Kevin. I think they're offering a lot more resistance to Michael Jordan. They're making him work for it more tonight. They know he's the guy that makes it happen for the Bulls. Everything flows through Michael in the Bulls offense, slowing him down. The highest priority for the Celtics.
He's the engine, he's the driver, he's everything for this team.
Yep. The whole car.
Yes, he is. Here's Jordan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Smart play that time by Jordan, using the pump, baiting the defender, and he bit.
The Bulls have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line, and they go on 5 of them. Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Redmond comes in for Ainge, and it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson. And Chicago also making a switch. Banks is checked in. 46 seconds left in the 3rd.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their 2nd season.
To the inside. Here's Walton. Second chance shot. McHale trying to free himself. And the basket by Walton. Walton's got his first 2 points of the night.
That is one of the many things you get from Walton. He's a relentless rebounder.
Jordan outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the 3rd.
Wedman, lo que defiende, mire.
In the corner, it's Bird. No good on the triple. And we just finished the 3rd quarter. We've got a ticket for.
Miren, intentemos llevarnos la asistencia y ganar el partido.
Celtics lead by 3. And 4th quarter basketball. Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston.
Fuerte follow. Le manda una carita. Capa, ¿cuál es todo este juego? Yo diría que bastante bueno mi nivel. Mi nivel es bastante bueno, diría yo. Yo diría que soy casi un crack, pero no tanto. Voy a mandar un corazoncito, chicos. Bien. Miren lo que Walton.
Here is Sigue. And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike Bird can't even keep up with them.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is.
Y ayudo cuando sea necesario. Por ejemplo, acá en este pick and roll ayudo con Maqueo.
I bet Bird is impressed too.
Y
Jordan sustained this year. He has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in game 1.
Wedman is out there with Sigue. Then there's Kevin McCabe. Then it's Walton. And it's Bird in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Rápido.
Tremendous strength there from Jordan. Knows he's going to get hacked inside. Finishes through.
The Celtics with the lead. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season.
Porque si no me pilla Dennis Johnson o alguien más. Wedman.
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some gains towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no hold on his game. No limits at all. Exactly.
And he makes the pitch.
You can tell Bird is a natural leader out on the floor. These guys look to him to set the tempo and help them maintain their focus.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Howard Parrish is checked in for Walton. Ainge comes in for Wedman. And it's Johnson in for Sigue.
And you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
En el chat. Sobre cómo
Here
poner
is against Corzine. Here's Johnson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Celtics lead by 2.
What tenacity from Johnson. Able to absorb the hit and work through.
Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet. Always doing the little thing.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers. A great fit alongside the rest of the Boston stars.
Terrific fit. And stolen by Jordan. Plays it up and makes it in.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
23-33, el número de Scottie Pippen. Como ya los chilenos, 23 minutos. Ya no se lo pasaron más a Danny Ainge.
Back to Johnson.
Me quedo con Dennis Johnson, que no es una amenaza
He gets it to
ofensiva.
McHale. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and no good.
Boy, they got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he's an incredible three-point shooter. So you are ecstatic anytime it doesn't go in.
To take the lead. Rebounded by McHale.
Tengo que dejarlo debajo del aro. Si no, no tengo
Ainge
punto.
against Mason. The pass to Bird. McHale outside. Nice ball moved by Boston.
Ayudando, estaba para Parrish.
Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The defender that time a little out of position. Johnson smart enough to take advantage of it.
And that one falls for Johnson. Gervin's checked in for Banks. And both free throws good for Johnson.
Unfazed by the moment. He delivers when his team needs it the most.
Johnson against Jordan.
MJ
to the paint.
asistiendo.
Here's Corzine. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
Boy, they needed a bucket, and Dave Corzine is the man who steps up.
And so Bird will bring it up with the Celtics.
Chicago foul.
Both making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
Cambios.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls.
Here's a on the wing, Johnson.
George quiero que me
Pass to Bird.
confianza con la Leia.
And he uses the glass on the lane.
Voy a cambiar ese emparejamiento. No puedo ir con... Ah, le pusieron de alero. Claro. Ok.
And the Celtics lead by 2.
This is where Bird shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Por si uno pone una pantallita para el otro lado por si.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. And you know what? That's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Flagrante,
Yeah, you know, it's
¿viste?
hard to watch a player put the well man of another player at risk. I mean, he certainly deserved that flagrant foul.
You know, Clark, the refs are all over that one. You're right, sending a clear message that kind of roughness is unacceptable.
There's nothing better than seeing guys hit their free throws in the clutch. And those were huge.
Fourth quarter play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Down low, Corzine. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Corzine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding execution out of the two-man.
Imagínate, 63 puntos. Tengo 27 y 6 asistencias.
Game there. Jordan, such a skilled playmaker, and that's an area of this game that often gets overlooked.
Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Gets the ball on the way down. What a call that could turn out to be.
That one misses for McHale. Here's Jordan. Pass to Paxson. Back to Jordan. Lock at 6. And Boston with the rebound.
Johnson.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called a 3-second violation.
Nerves got the better of them there, resulting in a miscommunication. That's not what coach wants to see in a close game.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 2.
This is doing his thing. Bouncing on the boards and then instinctively sending it back.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 2. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson outside. Let's hold in by Oakley.
Close, but no good. He almost tied it up for him.
I think the pressure got to him a little bit. He was maybe rushing just a hair.
Hey, that's the right play. It's the smart play. You got to stop the clock.
Hoping for a missed free throw or two. Every point is crucial here.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Chicago.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Hey, anytime the game's on the line, Jordan is exactly the guy I wanted to strike.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous poise at the line. That should put this game to bed.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
I think they're going to have to work really fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're in desperation mode right now. Need a quick shot and
trains it from downtown.
The ball is in the hands of the exact right guy. When you have to get a shot, trust Bird to deliver.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Michael Jordan.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
¿Cuántos puntos tenemos? 31.
I'm called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's what you're saying.
I think they should have prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a 3. Of course, the defense will be defending the line, but nobody said it was going to be easy. You got to try to find a way.
And amazingly, the Bulls...
Objetivo 2 de 3.
Come into Boston and gotten the win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1 in the next two games in Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next few games. Jordan at home has been electric, and if he gets hot, the Celtics might not make it back home.
Things have gotten very interesting. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching this 2K sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
31 puntos, la mitad de lo que debería ser. Fuerte like, chicos, suscríbanse. Seguimos. Vamos a pausar el audio y vamos a poner Spotify mientras. Por derecho de autor no podemos poner esta cancioncita clásica de MJ, de los Chicago Bulls. Bien. Entre estrellas. All Stars del Este contra All Stars del Oeste, 7 de febrero de 1988. El All-Star Game de la NBA. Michael Jordan se afianza como uno de los mejores jugadores de la NBA y es declarado MVP al conseguir unos números estelares y anotar los tiros decisivos de un partido que se saldó con la victoria del Este por 138-133. No sé si vieron el documental de Netflix. Qué crack, ¿no? Muy bueno. Seguimos. 30 estrellas. Gana el partido, anota 40 puntos, atrapa 8 rebotes, reparte 3 asistencias. Vámonos. Ya.
What I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. He had a poor defensive scheme. He was going to fill the hoop up until he either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, he can get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
El gancho, ¿cierto? Skyhook. Imágenes acá de Xbox y PlayStation Next Gen, ¿no? Acá en la Switch. Karim Abdul-Jabbar, siempre la pelea, la conversación de si quién es el GOAT, ¿no? Pero MJ.
VL weaving its way through these quiet winter streets as all the action is inside the raucous Chicago Stadium.
To the All-Star Exhibition Game. Get up and get loud for your West All-Star.
Gana el partido, anota 40 puntos, trae 8 rebotes, 3 asistencias.
Making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. And now, the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference.
El filtro de era se lo quitamos para que se vea más claro.
At forward, a three-time most valuable player and all-star each of his 9 seasons from the Boston Celtics, 6'9".
Welcome everyone to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. On my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back to 1973, that's when they hosted their first one. The East won it 104-84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game, an exciting game with plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominic Wilkins with Larry Bird the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
And both free throws good for Jordan. Both you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads, they've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower, veteran IQ and smarts, but you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent too.
Indeed they do. Fat Lever is a remarkable rebounder for a player his size. And plenty of subplots to this game. For more, let's send it over to David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, this story has never gone away over the years, guys. Isaiah Thomas is, of course, a native Chicagoan, but you'll still hear some boos today from Bulls fans. That's because at that All-Star game a couple of years ago, people questioned whether Isaiah froze out Michael Jordan. Some people still believe it. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that story has not gone away. Thank you, David. For what it's worth, Clark, Isaiah Thomas denies there was a freeze-out, and Jordan himself says, I never said it. So what do you think?
But the reality is, we probably never will know the full story.
And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark, can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. Now, here's Jordan. After the miss from Karl Malone. Jordan kicks to Malone. Back to Jordan. And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 6 points. Clark wide open, high scoring both ways.
These tremendous All-Stars are putting on a tremendous show, Kevin.
What a blast.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominic Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like it.
And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
Lever kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Olajuwon. And Magic Johnson continuing to orchestrate beautifully. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
The Tennessee Volunteers should be here. Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? And so here are the West All-Stars. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson, and Jordan sends it back.
Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots.
Now, Jordan. After Magic Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go.
That's what we call a good foul. Make them earn it at the line.
The East All-Stars have looked good so often. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess.
¿Cómo vamos? 14.
Okay, but he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Doherty's checked in for Malone. Ewing comes in for Bird. Danny Ainge is checked in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Rivers in for Isaiah Thomas. And good that time.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries.
Doherty with the bucket.
Doherty's so fundamentally sound as a pivot man for the Cavaliers. I mean, he's got excellent footwork, tremendous touch. He's a gifted passer. He's what you want in a center.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East All-Stars. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We come back right after this.
Que no están incluidos en modo en español. La verdad que es más entretenido en inglés.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware.
Bien, seguimos. Doc Rivers, mira.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 4-point game.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello. His first time coaching in the All-Star game.
Ewing is out there with Doherty. Then there's Ainge. And it's Rivers. And it's Jordan in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Here's Doherty. No good off the back of the rim. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Doherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Tengo a Patrick Ewing ahí.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin, and you know they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
Dásela NJ. Soy yo.
Here's McDaniel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Voy a ayudar.
Johnson, the pass to McDaniel. From deep, Drexler. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot.
Here's Jordan. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the way. Jordan's got 16 points. Harkin amidst this all-star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you're hoping to find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
And the East with some changes. Wilkins comes in for Danny Ainge. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Rivers. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Olajuwon's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Malone comes in for Worthy. Aguaya's checked in for McDaniel. And Levers subbed in for Johnson.
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge with the report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And, Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established tonight. He could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
And not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. With the block. Outside lever. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play. And Ewing sends it back.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing is a superb defender. And, you know, so far, I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
So much talent for each side, but they got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
Malone's checked in for the East. Bird comes in for Ewing.
Tiene una pantallita con Larry Bird, Larry Leye.
Bird, high post. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game, trying to fill it up tonight as well.
East All-Stars foul.
East All-Stars shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Lever is not the biggest guard, but he makes big impact on the game because he plays with such intensity at both ends of the floor.
Kevin McHale, he checked in for Dominique Wilkins. Donaldson, he's checked in for the West. English comes in for Aguirre. Thomas, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Sheets is checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oh, here we go with English and nobody back.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
Cheeks the pass to McHale. Jordan with it. Drexler defending. Fades and shoots. And another miss by the East.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration.
And that's it for the first.
20. Reparte 3 asistencia.
Half of action. What's been a very close game here.
No mal, no vamos mal.
The East All-Stars up on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Trumpa.
And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago.
Díganme chicos si lo prefieren que haga esto en inglés o en español los comentarios. Déjenmelo en los comentarios. Este va a estar subido también en YouTube por si quieren verlo de nuevo.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game and
Isolation 3.
It's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Magic Johnson is out there with Lever. Then there's English, and there's Malone, and it's Olajuwon in at the center, filling out the middle. Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Jordan outside. Olajuwon with the block.
Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, two have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
Well, if Jordan is going for that scoring record, Clark, he's running out of time.
You know, I think at this point, Kevin, he can't worry about the record. Just try to get the win. There's always next year to get the numbers.
Out to Bird. The 3. The West All-Stars pull it in.
Salida adentro esa.
Lever outside.
Es la que tendrá Magic contra Isaiah. Yo estoy acá. Yo estoy acá.
5 on the clock. For the lead. It's rebounded by Malone. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the East. Baseline jumper. Here's Bird. He feeds it to Malone. Outside, Jordan.
Clavado.
Second shot opportunity. Olajuwon with the block.
And you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch.
Está difícil, chicos.
English looking around.
Muchachos. Nenes.
The master of the mid-range, Alex English.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Jordan passes to Malone.
You know, he's such a load to deal with inside because Malone's intensity and relentlessness down there makes defenses almost have to foul.
These All-Stars have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Here's what the East is going with right now. Ewing's checked in for Bird. Ainge comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Rivers in for Isaiah Thomas. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Karl Malone. And James Worthy is subbed in for English. Pass to Rivers. Ainge kicks to Jordan.
No.
Rivers in the corner.
Dámela a Ewing, Patty Ewing.
Good ball movement here by the East. Here's Ewing. The size and aggression of Ewing inside.
The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game.
And the East is trailing.
And, you know, a lot of these fans, Kevin, are really behind them, but in an all-star game, I think they really just want to see highlight plays from both sides.
I know you and I do.
Yeah, I love it. Magic Johnson in his 8th all-star game now, 2nd in all-star votes this year, and he hosts his own all-star game in the summer in LA as a fundraiser. And I understand It's quite an event. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Magic in his element, pushing the pace.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
A good one. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It's on Patrick Ewing.
Getting to the line a lot. Kareem, adept at forcing and drawing fouls.
And he sinks the second. 19 seconds left to play here in the third.
Vamos con la última del cuarto. Me ha ido muy mal este cuarto.
Now Jordan. He's got 20. Down low. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. For the finish. The Clyde Drexler soaring in for the finish. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Yep, great athlete. And welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA. The West leading by 8.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
We've got McHale. Michael Jordan is out there with Rivers. Then it's Ewing, and it's Bird in the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Jordan. And not many out there who can elevate like Michael Jordan.
Yes.
And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
Donaldson the pass to McDaniel. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. And with his strength and quickness, Xavier McDaniel, a very tough guy to cover.
Well, he's versatile. You talk about that strength and athleticism. 92% of the time in his career, he scored in double figures. Very consistent.
My goodness. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Well, you look at that Central Division. All 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are great up pretty good.
Down the stretch here, the West is leading play.
Getting it done, handling their business in fine fashion, and tell you what, it's been a really entertaining game.
You said it. Catching up on the changes for the East. Wilkins is checked in for McCain. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Doc Rivers. The West also making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Donaldson. English comes in for McDaniel. And Levers subbed in for Clyde Drexler. And here's Bird for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the West taking it the other way. It's Lever on the wing. Pass to Malone. All alone. Again, the West All-Star.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone, out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
English finds Olajuwon. Ball's not loose. And here we go. The East with a fast break. Here's Jordan. And just miss after miss right now.
Really good rim protection. Impacting the shot right there.
Free throw line jump shot. And he overshot that one, missing. The East trailed by 14. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian. Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
Moses Malone.
Mira.
He's checked in for the East.
No puedo
You
destaparla.
don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
2 minutes.
Vamos.
Back to Johnson.
Imposible robarse la malla. Imposible.
And there's the pass to Lever. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Buena defensa.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Thomas passes to Malone. Trying to get open his break. And it's Malone missing.
Nada. ¿Sabes qué es un problema cuando haces la finta y te saltan? No hay posibilidad de pasarse.
And here's the West with the ball.
Porque no te da tiempo.
They've got an 8-0 run. The vision of Magic Johnson is unsurpassed. And Clark, when you look at Akeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. Thomas finds Jordan. 5 to shoot. That one misses. Good D by Olajuwon. Lever outside.
Qué buena ayuda de Hakeem.
Lever is doubled.
Cambio.
Outside Malone. Here's English. And the layup's good off the glass.
English.
And the West leads by 18.
That should put a stamp on this one.
The drive by Jordan. And Jordan slams it home. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. Passes to Lever. Johnson outside. Pass to Malone.
Hey.
And the jam by Karl Malone.
And making his all-star debut in his third year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
Here's Jordan. And the shot goes down.
26 puntos, asistencia, 2 rebotes, 3
Easy for
asistencias.
Jordan, just unfazed by
No
anything the
consigue nada.
defense throws at him.
Perdón,
He's got
chicos.
an answer.
And the West All-Stars seal the deal.
Pero me bloquearon defensivamente toda
Underdogs coming into the
la
game, but
ayuda
Clark,
y nada que
the
hacer.
night was there.
We'd like to thank you for
Yeah, you
coming
know, it's all
out
about
and
fun and
supporting
games
your
and
team.
entertainment in
Please
these
drive home
all-star games.
safely, and we hope to see you again at the
F.
next event.
F en el chat. Sí, chicos, F en el chat por mí. Bien, estuvo bueno. El tiro. Bien, chicos, desbloqueamos el tiro. Intentemos conseguir esta estrella que sea. Vamos a darle. Ya, le doy, vamos.
Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him.
Fuerte,
He had
chicos.
a poor defensive scheme. He was going to fill the hoop up until he either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are
Vamos de nuevo.
The L weaving its way through these quiet winter streets as all the action is inside the raucous Chicago Stadium.
To the All-Star Game. Let's meet the starters for the West. At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his All-Star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Karl Malone. The man in the middle, an all-star, each of his 4 pro seasons from the Houston Rockets, 7 feet, Akeem Olajuwon. At guard, making his first all-star appearance, the virtual star of the Denver Nuggets, 6'3", Lafayette Fat Lever. And now,
greetings, everyone, from Chicago, the host of the 1988 All-Star Game. Alongside the terrific Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines, I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this terrific city has produced some greats, and 4 of them playing tonight.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The Windy City, Chicago, has produced Mo Cheeks, Isaiah Thomas, Doc Rivers, and Mark Aguirre, all All-Stars, and I'm sure they've got plenty of family and friends in attendance to enjoy their performance on the court.
Yep, so much to celebrate. And Clark, is there a common thread when you think about a Chicago-type player?
Well, I certainly do believe there's a common thread when playing outside or outdoors in Windy City. The perimeter shot can easily get blown off course, so you got to be able to get that thing to the right and in a straight line fashion. And that's something all Chicago players share in common.
A lot of high flyers, you're right. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominic Wilkins will be able to bird the forward. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Now here's Johnson. The high post shot. And that's collected by Malone.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
No good from Jordan. Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And plenty of subplots to this game. For more, let's send it over to David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, this story has never gone away over the years, guys. Isaiah Thomas is, of course, a native Chicagoan, but you'll still hear some boos today from Bulls fans. That's because at that All-Star game a couple of years ago, people questioned whether Isaiah froze out Michael Jordan. Some people still believe it. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that story has not gone away. Thank you, David. For what it's worth, Isaiah Thomas denies there was a freeze-out, and Jordan himself says, I never said it, so what do you think?
But the reality is, we probably never will know the full story.
And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark. Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent too.
Indeed they do.
Chicos, he instalado el Stream Deck móvil. Así que estoy probándolo. Recién hice un tweet a través del Stream Deck.
Here's Johnson.
Viene a ver otro tutorial por aquí más puedo hacer a través para el cambio de escenas. Está bien buena.
And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. Here's English. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. And there it is for him. Clark wide open, high scoring both ways.
These tremendous All-Stars are putting on a tremendous show, Kevin.
What a blast. And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thrill. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like him.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history. Clark, an All-Star in every season of his career except one. And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
A good one. And if there was a snub card for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yeah, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McDaniel. He's defended by Jordan. A nice shot by McDaniel. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
Tries from 10. Shots good by Drexler.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 1. And back in a moment.
Con el Ponte. MJ, estoy
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in
17 puntos,
Chicago.
una asistencia.
As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star Game.
Pido el aclarado y me sale 4,000.
Jordan against Drexler. No good from Jordan.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
They've got Wilkins. Michael Jordan is out there with Rivers. Then it's Ewing, and it's Bird in at the 4-man position. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. And Michael Jordan not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
Aguirre kicks to Malone. Some nice passing here by the West. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Suns. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
And the West has made their entry here in the early going clock.
Unfazed by those that are predicting otherwise, they're playing with a lot of confidence and maybe a little bit of an edge, too.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yep. I think he just lacked control there. The ref saw it, and you can't go on the back like that. You can go over, but you can't get on the player's back.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Hey, we know everybody's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Malone's checked in. Right side, Jordan.
Sí, claro.
And Clyde Drexler gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
You gotta set those feet.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Drexler defending. McHale trying to free himself up. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler.
And you know, so far, I like the efforts of both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
And Clark, so much talent for each side, but they've got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
The West All-Stars making a switch here. English is checked in.
English.
Olajuwon on the wing.
Bien.
No good on that one.
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
And it's Drexler with the ball for the West All-Stars. They trail by one. Ainge is checked in for the East. Anderson, he's checked in for the West. And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride he has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And, Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established.
Miren, vamos bien. 23 puntos.
Tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
Doherty's checked in for the
Alex Simmons me está defendiendo mucho mejor.
And Lever gets it to go. The assist by English. Lever's got the lead up to 3-0 for the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Vamos con los titulares.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Bird, he's checked in for Doherty. And Wilkins subbed in for Danny Ainge. Malone down low. Outside for Jordan.
Pero es que qué mal cambio.
Michael Jordan showing the explosiveness that won the dunk contest last night. Parking amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Jordan outside.
Poste bajo.
And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul.
James Worthy's checked in for the West. And so Jordan nails both of them. And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And, you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
English outside. Shot clock at 6. Misses in close. Here are the East All-Stars. Here's Jordan. No good with the layup. Johnson outside to the inside. Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow.
And Kareem at 40, still handling his business, getting it done. 15 points a game on 54% shooting from the field for a 40-year-old. That is excellent production from the position.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the West All.
Tenemos 27 puntitos.
Stars up 1.
Asistencia.
Time now for the halftime break. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Soy una rata de laboratorio ahí mismo abajo, dándome puntos con él.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well.
Remarkable. Amazing and remarkable, right? Wow.
Ayuda.
For the West All-Stars. English is out there at Malone. Then it's Lever. Then it's Johnson. And it's Elijah Wan in at the five. And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. And Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
And the clock not in Kareem's favor as far as setting this record clock.
And he's not even on the floor. The West has to at least give him that chance.
Here's Johnson. He dishes it to Malone. Another spoon-fed basket from Magic.
And you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11. Where Elijah Wan is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And the East is trailing.
And you know, a lot of these fans, Kevin, are really behind them, but in an All-Star game,
aprovechaba ese Thomas, el potencial que tiene de correr.
I know you and I do.
Súper rápido.
I love it.
Kicks it out to Johnson.
Ayuda allá. Un tal Alex English solito. Uy. Ayuda.
Goes up again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Johnson with incredible athleticism and uses it to bully the defense there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. A big substitution here for the East.
Dream Shake, ¿cómo se llama? Milkshake.
Ewing comes in for Larry Bird. Ainge is checked in for Dominic Lopez. And it's Rivers
Mira, tengo a Alex English, dándome problemas. Boom. ¿Y MJ qué hace?
You know, there's been talk about adding a 3rd referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it. And they plan to put it before the board of governors at the next meeting.
English passes to Drexler. Shoots over Ainge. Malone trying to break free.
Buena defensa de Ainge. Muy buena defensa de Ainge. Bien. Esto es un partido, chicos. Otros jugadores no.
And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that will result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly, with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the 3rd official, but over time, it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, know, some things you could get away with.
Dorothy, bien.
Maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
Uy, no. No enviaron nada.
On time to set that scoring record, Clark.
Kevin, there's still enough time left in my mind for him to do it. I would love to see it happen. No guarantees that he gets back to this game next year. The number 1 overall pick in 1980.
Tengo 33 puntos, ganar el partido.
And it was an all-star rookie season.
Tengo que anotar los otros cracks.
Nice to see him back where he belongs.
Otra estrella.
Right in the all-star game.
Buen equipo que todo anota. Distribución.
Johnson with the bounce pass.
Doble marcado. Uy, Karim.
4 on the clock. From 12 feet out. That one off the back iron and out. The East leading by 3. And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself into position, and then was able to make the play.
Johnson outside.
Estaba para Magic.
56 seconds left in the third. That one wide left.
You know, you got a feel for him. He just cannot seem to buy a bucket here.
Here's Jordan, and then slammed in by Jordan.
¿Sí?
Michael Jordan, MJ.
Una vez más.
Really doesn't get much better than
MJ.
this.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting them touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
Partner, seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed to.
Yes, sir. I'm sure coach couldn't be happy with the results he's seen.
La pica de la víbora, diría
Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Punishing them at the line, and this one goes 7-8.
Boy, he's been locked in and in the zone at the free throw line.
And the first one drops. Kevin McHale
Suave como la
checked in
sea.
for Darty. James Worthy's checked in for the West. Aguirre comes in for English. And both free throws good for Jordan.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
The West
Después prefiero preocuparme por rebotes y asistencias.
Things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible. Johnson's length makes him hard to deal with inside, which is why he's able to draw fouls.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Shooting from the West.
Good on the second free throw.
Fuerte like, chicos.
Here are the East All-Stars. They're on a 12-3 run. It's Jordan on the win.
Vamos. Poste bajo, poste bajo, poste bajo.
1 second left, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Michael Jordan getting it done for the East. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this.
39.
Fuerte like para ustedes.
Welcome back to Chicago.
Disfruten sus vacaciones, las que estén disfrutando. Nosotros acá en el sur estamos también en vacaciones en el colegio. 3 semanitas con nuestro hijo. Soy Papi Game. Bien, seguimos.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the
Qué
West.
vuelo MJ contra Magic, ¿no?
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500.
Buena falta, falló un tiro libre. Fue el segundo aún mejor.
Then it's Jordan, and it's Thomas in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Thomas against Lever. For the 3.
Ese.
The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are breaked up pretty good.
Si no me equivoco, Pippen fue drafteado en el 87, 88.
It's been such a fun game to watch, entertaining from both sides.
It sure has been.
And Fat Lever snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well. Best by a mile for NBA guards.
Malone trying to break free. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Lever.
Bien. Tenemos estrategia.
Jordan against Lever. No good from Jordan.
Farley está on fire.
Here is Worthy. And it's the East with the rebound. Jordan with it. Picked up by Elijah Wan.
No, ya para el corte. Vía Patrick Cortés.
And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the second most competitive position. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500.
Those Rockets are really
and they're doing it behind Hakeem Olajuwon. To me, he's the best center in the NBA.
Vamos a cambiar de posición a MJ por Wilkins, así me quito la marca de
They certainly got a chance to give the Lakers a run for their money.
Oh yeah, the East making a switch. Malone's checked in, and West also making a switch. English is checked in. Jordan. Bird dishes to Jordan.
Bien.
Tremendous pass from Bird. He can do it all. And Jordan Clark within.
Tenemos 41, un rebote, 3 asistencias.
Reach of the record.
He's almost there. Keep that pedal to the metal is what I say.
Lever, the pass to English.
English es una amenaza a la media distancia.
There's the pass to Lever. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Wasting no time shooting off the catch, Lever.
And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game. Set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin, and it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
The West trails by 3. Johnson finds English. Here's Lever.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Olajuwon. It doesn't go for him. And it's the East going the other way. Jordan down low. He's covered by Lever. Michael Jordan again.
It is a given. Jordan loves delivering in these big moments. When it's an important possession, he wants the ball and the shot.
Johnson dishes to Olajuwon. That shot missing. Some solid defense here from Malone. Jordan inside. Johnson's there. Jordan can't get it to go. The West trails by 5. Johnson with it. And it's Bird picking him up.
El tiro.
Pass to Olajuwon. Olajuwon drawing the double team. The West again cannot hit.
He is not missing too many of those. Count him.
On the wing, Jordan. Covered by Johnson. Johnson against Jordan. And he commits the intentional foul. Drexler, he's checked in for Lever.
Johnson. First person. Foul. First team foul. In for the West.
43 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. A second chance effort. The kick out to Wilkins. Jordan wide open. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olajuwon.
Se queda. Lo tenemos, chicos, lo tenemos.
32 seconds left in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Johnson. Second personal foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
You know, Thomas plays the game with such an edge and attitude and great confidence. I think that gives him
2 posesiones largas que serían con 2 triples. Vamos a ver.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
No doubt about it. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
30 seconds left to play in the
Vamos a
final
llevar
quarter.
abajo.
Here's English.
Darle, darle legend.
And that's an intentional foul.
Alex English. First personal foul.
Suave como la seda, la línea de suspiros.
You know, part of what makes Bird exceptional is his all-around talent.
Mal
He
cuadrado,
gets it
tiro.
done on both ends of the floor, and that's how you end up being an MVP in the league.
A three from Drexler. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Now a timeout call, by the way.
Toman, 47.
All-Stars. They're trailing by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, this talk might be more about lessons learned in this one because the time for strategy is in the rearview mirror.
Jordan looking it over. Here's Bird, and he's on the money with his first shot today.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West,
Lo tomé personal, chicos, como diría Jay.
and Akeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
Bien, programa fuerte, chicos. Dejaremos hasta aquí el directo. Síganme en mis redes, me aparecen aquí al costadito. Un abrazo a ustedes, vamos a mandar un corazoncito en el chat. Un abracito.
That's always going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous crowd cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. Don't want
Fuerte like, chicos. Va a tener un abrazo grande. Que estén muy, pero muy bien. Gracias, Duodedos, por las canciones de Spotify.